with the transfer portal being prominent in college football now, how has it impacted your approach and your strategy with roster management and kind of the balance of like you got to build this program for the long term, which a lot of times is high school guys you develop. Also, like you got to win now, right? You got to win this coming season. How do you balance that when you're looking at numbers and how many guys you're going to take and just building the culture of your program?
Yeah, it's a question that we're all college coaches right now are internally asking themselves. For us here at SC, the portal in the beginning especially was a chance for us to get relevant or back to relevant quickly. We looked at where the roster was, where the program was, and did a deep dive on that, and it was obvious that we needed to make a lot of quick changes. I use the words like shock the system. We had to shock the system in the beginning, and we did that. I mean, we turned over massive amounts of roster spots in the first 2 years. And I would look back on that now and say that put us right in the forefront of what we wanted to accomplish in the first 2 years. I mean, we probably overachieved a little bit in the first year. We came, won 11 games and came within a quarter of going to the college football playoff, and we probably honestly weren't good enough to be there. But the team really came together and got on a run and got some momentum, and we had a phenomenal first year. We dipped back heavy again into the transfer portal year two, still knowing the roster had a lot of gaping holes that you can't fix overnight with high school recruiting. And we put ourselves in some great positions. I mean, we're sitting there 6-0 at midseason. We didn't play very good in the second half. We didn't take advantage of it, which is disappointing, but we put ourselves there. I mean, we were right in the mix, both years, which was a big step up from, where it was 2.5 years ago. So I think that was successful. Now, it's kind of cool, looking back kind of how it all played out, because as everybody was seeing what's happening with the transfer portal on the surface the first 2 years, and that's the majority of, what you're seeing on Saturdays, high school recruiting's gone really well. Yeah. And the development piece has gone really well, and a lot of that's been happening a little bit beneath the surface, and you're not necessarily seeing that a lot on Saturdays. Well,
real quick, guys, I have a free $100 deposit bonus for you from Prize Picks with my code AdamB or the link in my bio. Prize Picks is the best way to fire on sports because you pick players instead of teams. It's the most fun, and if you know how players are going to perform, you can make up to 10x your money. So go get that $100 bonus with my code AdamB or link in my bio.
We get to the bowl game. We have a lot of guys not play in the bowl game. Well, all of a sudden, we play with a bunch of these young guys. We play with a lot of what we've been developing kind of behind the scenes. And everybody kind of saw the results and how well we played in that game. And so I think we're kind of we are in the middle of a little bit of a shift from a little bit kind of the phase one, if you will, of transfer portal up and let's get competitive to let's start to shift in what we want to be long-term. And what we want to be long-term is a developmental program. And we want to get away from the portal, except on a very specific basis. And we want to be a team that relies heavily on recruiting out of the high school level and developing like crazy. And it feels like we're in that turn right now.